Alright, I just took a nice shower. Why am I telling this? Because I don't know. Alright, I already pumped out two videos. I'm pumping out a third today. Good game design. This is gonna be like more of a better better first one. Better than the first video. It's kind of going over game design and stuff. Same kind of relative concept of it. Or also why I'm making these videos. I'm making these videos because one of my biggest drivers was off of a YouTuber. His YouTube is called Circles Tunes HD. One of my favorite quotes from him is Dark Souls doesn't have a difficulty settings. It's perpetually stuck on fuck you. That is it's a really good quote. I will leave his video in the description of where that quote is from. So, good game design does not just come from making a map. You can make a good map and still have pretty bad game design. I mean, or you can make just a simple map and have good game design. Don't worry about that. Alright, this is my first Kid PvP. I never hosted this one, but it basically is a premise off of a crafting table. That would be like you would get a kit currency and you would be able to craft different stuff. So like the starting currency would be coal or dark amber, if you will. Then you go over here. Oh yeah. Fucking wherever it is. Craft your coal block. Feed that over. Pop. Blood dust. Then glow dust. Goo. Fire goo. Light ball. Light shard. Light stone. Crystal of fucking God. I mean, like, you can do... This is just simple design. Because it's just a one-to-one converter with a crafting table system, which cannot be abused. I think that's pretty good game design. But game design is not always just that functionality. It's also good kits and a good map. Let's see the first kit. You get immediately Prot 1 full armor set, sharp 1 sword. But it is Curse of Vanishing. And it costs blood dust. I wouldn't relatively say that's good game design, because that's still a lot of work, relatively speaking. But because my goddamn, I'm having a fucking brain fart. Like this one shoots out blood dust at some time. And because this generator, that's the damn word, is on a tick, is on like, it's a generator, not a daylight sensor. I think that's a better term. More like time based. You can actually get currency a lot faster. So, even though, yeah, this sucks, you get all this time just have a Curse Advantage set, it's still alright. Because even if you die, the person you're not going to have it anyways. Either someone else is going to get it, or no one's going to get it, you know. It's up to you, it's relatively speaking. Paladin, instantly Prot 1, a little bit better weapon. Actually, not even a better weapon, it's just better durability. I really hated my players, I guess. Yeah, fuck your durability, I guess. Yeah. Even though, I mean, I was still a goddamn kid when I made this, so durability would still be another factor that I would have to play along with that. Then also, you have your starting gear. basic weapons, nothing much. And then rules. Rules can really define a server with good game design, like no small skins, like also like you could also say skins that hide armor. Those could be small skins, or there's also bigger skins that hide armor. Kind of like the, let's go to Star Wars. Wherever the goddamn Star Wars is, there we go. Rancor. This hides a helmet. I know there's more sets. I think it's like the Doctor Who. Really hope I'm saying that right. Doctor Who sets. Like these hide armor. And there's still 2 blocks. So. I mean, it's just relatively speaking. Rules play a big part in how a good game can be presented in a way. As well as those small skins. If you saw like the K9 unit. You could also say this is more of a cheating skin as well. This still shows armor nonetheless. Unlike the K9 unit that does not show armor. But you can hide in pretty difficult places. I mean, like, you still have some type of hiding. I would still call it more of a cheat skin, as well as like the snow skin. There's like a snowflake skin that you can have. It's pretty good camouflage, honestly. That also all falls under, with camouflage being with gamer tags. If you have gamer tags on, are you allowing players to hide themselves from other people, or are you just giving up with the shift mechanic? Now we can talk about map design. If you look at my first and second Kid PvP philosophy, you could see like a big expansive map, complex blocks, not really a big theme going on besides medieval. This server has a fucking theme. Guess what? It's goddamn snow. So I have like this little Yeti over here. Little cave system. Simple, it's flat. It allows basic PvP combat while also still having some hazardous like ice. Some nice geographical pillars and stuff. Some height elevations. But it's generally flat. Like the only low parts, I'm pretty sure, is over here. This is probably the lowest area. And look at this, 14 amber. So, that arrow can make 1 blood dust. So the generators are pretty fast. So, this is a pretty solid map. Like, you could host this pretty good. You still have to make constant updates with having like to develop the game even further and create a better perspective and growth for the players to actually update themselves on and get better kits. Because I mean, it was only at what, chainmail, maybe a little bit of iron on that last kit, the necromancer. Oh, there's way more fucking kits, I guess. So yeah, iron, night, other weird shit, and then finally that. It's progressive, but as a first server, it's good. As a first server, it's really good. Not really good, it's good. Because I didn't understand how spawns work and that you had to go into Venture. So secondary to that, and second part about good game design, you could be focusing on over here with this server. This is not a kit PvP, but this is a more PvE type server which allows you use a mechanic called fucking redstone ore. I kind of have a video on this about redstone ore. I'll have it in description, but it basically goes over a trap and stuff. But basically what happens is observer detects that this goes off, spawns an enemy, and then of course the observer will detect again that another thing has spawned or it has gone off, and it will spawn another enemy. Basic premise of this server. And it also allows, that means mobs can activate more mobs, as well as I have a nightly generator down here that allows, it will activate everything at night. It's a very nice system. So this is basically it. Observer sees thing go off, activates block, puts into redstone repeater, goes over here, activates torch, or turns off torch technically, which also then flips back off and then reactivates torch to dispense mob. And then I have this orange little tape over here activating to this nightly generator. But good game design with this complex machine. It looks fucking like, what the fuck is this? This basically, it allows, alright, bear with me. It's a kill switch type machine, because if I activate everything at night, then it will have a constant source of power, which means you can't walk over the redstone ore and activate the machines because it's already activated throughout the whole circuit. So if I don't have a kill switch on this machine, then it will still be active power. So I put a kill switch on this machine to instantly turn it off, activate as like a button sensor, at which when it turns day, then I'll have enough time to actually reset itself, if that makes sense. So like it creates a button output, it kills itself, and then when I activate day, resets itself for the next night. Pretty good, simple type game design. And then you have the map itself, kind of cartoony-ish, bright colors. You would go into this more like city type landscape. You could see like common kind of themes and stuff, and more like relatable biome specific elements, like a road right here. I can tell that this is somewhat going to be like a city street, and these could be like boards and stuff, like maybe like spray paint or something. As when I get over here, I can see more of like a, it's like grass country maybe-ish, hilly type. This would be like a store or a gas station in a way, mattering how I want to output it. And I can go over here to more of a hill mountain range. Maybe if I make that into that. And then over here, you could think of this as like a guard tower, maybe some barbed wire and stuff. Maybe like a prison or something. It's biome specific elements. But yeah, I mean, good game design requires elements to play with relatable content to establish a theme. To, like I said, relate to player, to actually make them feel like they know what the fuck is going on. If I know what the fuck is going on, then I can at least somewhat translate it to my perspective and experiences. Like I can understand this is a fucking bridge. It passes over from where spawn is into kind of like a swampish area, or more simple terms just trees, forest. And with the new Minecraft updates, what is it, like a mangrove? That what you could define it as? And that's just good game design. I think that's kind of it, what I really wanted to go on of. But yeah, I think it really plays a part of establishing a theme is pretty important, but relating to the player is establishing that theme. So I might have gone off on a rant here and lost the subject completely, but hope that makes somewhat sense. And if you enjoyed, I'll probably post again tomorrow or something. Have a good day.